Hi and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City.
This spot in the heart of Oklahoma City is known as our country's premier institution for Western heritage, culture, and art. Founded in 1955, the museum collects, preserves, and exhibits an internationally renowned collection of Western art and artifacts. There's just so much to see and do here. We'll show you around throughout the show.
But first, the big new attraction in Oklahoma City.
If you haven't hopped on board yet one of our new streetcars, there's no time like the present.
And like they said on opening day, all aboard for the new Oklahoma City streetcar.
3, 2, 1.
And with that, the Oklahoma City streetcar officially opened. With all the confetti and excitement filling the air, it almost felt like New Year's, and in a way, this begins a new era for Oklahoma City.
It's a historic day for Oklahoma City on so many levels. It's a validation of things that started 25 years ago.
It came in the form of a vote of the people. This is the only maps project the voters approved twice. It was a vote for forward momentum.
So it's a validation of dreaming big and persistence, but it's also obviously a major economic development tool for our city. It's a major benefit for tourism, and it's also an important component of a comprehensive transit system.
The last time Oklahoma City had a transit system like this was 70 years ago. Sue Murphy was a little girl from a little town northwest of Sayre. Her uncle worked on the trolleys of the day, and when she visited, she got to ride with him.
And at the end of the day, when life had been good all day long, he picked me up and he said, "Come here." And I went to him and he picked me up and raised me up and let me ring the streetcar bell. I thought I had died and gone to heaven. It was such a special memory.
People can now make new memories with the modern streetcar. You have two options with the system, the 2-mile Bricktown Loop and the 4.8-mile Downtown Loop. Passengers along the routes may stop or get on at any of the 22 platforms located throughout the system. You can look at the streetcar as a means to move people and commerce.
Everything downtown is now accessible to you, and you can park anywhere. And so, one of our perennial complaints downtown has always been about parking, and this expands your options tremendously.
Riding the streetcar is exciting. It's relaxing. A few people said it made them feel like a kid. They were smiling in wonder of this new chapter of Oklahoma City. Fares are available at each platform or on the Token Transit app. It's $1 a ride or $3 for the day, and of course there are monthly and annual passes available. You can jump on anywhere and jump off anywhere.
Doors closing.
And now he's in the penthouse suite.
Please hold on. Streetcar departed.
Just grab a strap or sit in a chair. Do know that it doesn't stop everywhere unless it's requested to stop. So there's buttons throughout the car that say stop. So that's important for people to know. We don't want them to miss their stops. Hold on to those straps. We just took the first ride, and I think people are still learning. They would, as soon as it would stop, they would let go of the strap, and then they would get a bit of a jolt when the thing would move again. So we're all in an education process.
A process that will keep Oklahoma City moving into the future, and as Sue Murphy said, Oklahoma City is limited in its growth only by its imagination, and I say, let's keep moving.
The streetcars run from 6 a.m. to midnight Monday through Thursday and 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. on Saturday. Right now there's no service on Sundays. Find out more about how to ride on their website, okstreetcar.com.
And if you're riding the streetcar, we have a suggestion for you around the Bricktown area.
Lucas Ross takes us to the Jim Henson exhibit at the American Banjo Museum.
Hey, Lucas here at the American Banjo Museum to show you a brand new exhibit featuring our favorite green amphibian.
We're celebrating the life of Jim Henson, that visionary creator of the Muppets. Such a beautiful piece of positive energy and entertainment. That was Jim Henson, and we're celebrating that here at the American Banjo Museum. When Julie Andrews came on the show and signed the head of his banjo, it started a tradition. From that point forward, all the stars on the Muppet Show signed the head of the banjo. You've got Elton John, Roy Rogers, Gene Kelly. I mean, it's a who's who of entertainment right on the head of one banjo. Heather Henson, daughter of Jim and Jane Henson, bought the banjo to preserve it, and she offered to display it here at the American Banjo Museum.
He loved the banjo. He loved American music. He loved a lot of different styles of music. He loved folk music, and he was really kind of tried to find music that would be appropriate connections with the characters, with the puppets, that kind of music with a lot of personality. particular has a particular kind of, has a character to it. It has a character that you can match the puppet characters with. So it's a solo instrument, it's also a group instrument, so it worked well for Kermit by himself on a log. Because that Rainbow Connection is such an iconic song, and that opening strum of the Rainbow Connection kind of, it holds a place in a lot of people's hearts, a place in my heart, many people's hearts.
Family research brought Heather to our great state. She found family tracing to Meeker, Oklahoma. Seems even more appropriate for Kermit to come visit. And that little banjo Kermit's holding, it's famous too. Used with the Jim Muppet, and even made a Dick Cavett appearance, and more.
We were so honored that the Jim Henson Company thought enough of this exhibit and what we're doing here at the museum to allow us to bring Kermit here to Oklahoma City. So if you've never had a chance to get elbow to elbow with a big green star, this is the opportunity.
Jim Henson, Life and Legacy, only at the American Banjo Museum. I'm Lucas, discovering Oklahoma.
The American Banjo Museum is located at 9 East Sheridan in the Bricktown area of Oklahoma City. They're open 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, noon to 5 on Sunday, and closed on Monday. The Jim Henson exhibit will be on display until August.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
We come here 2-3 times a month.
Mexican food so good, folks keep coming back for more. We'll take you there.
It was very healing and soothing for me to come up with these different designs.
And the power of an age-old art. See where you can watch or even get involved in this timeless craft.
They love the quietness. They love the atmosphere. They love what they're seeing because we have the trees and we have the lake.
And the perfect place to relax and recharge. It's all coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Maybe it's time to take in the view and discover yourself in the land of what's new. Here, history happens in the blink of an eye, and learning is fun. You can even ask why. At TravelOK.com, find even more. Come see for yourself and then go explore.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City.
And Lauren, as you know, just outside these doors here, you can hop on I-44 and be in Lawton in, what, about an hour?
Right around an hour. And if you're there, you need to make sure and stop by one of my hometown favorite restaurants, Los Tres Amigos. Who doesn't love a delicious Mexican feast? Well, we found a must-stop spot for your next Mexican meal in Lawton at Los Tres Amigos. A staple in southwest Oklahoma, Los Tres Amigos has been serving up some of the best Mexican food for 20 years.
I started working in Norman with my uncle for 5 years. Started learning everything from him, cooking and service, manager and everything. I tried to open my own business. We opened in August 1998. No, we started in a small place in 1831 in Castro. There were like 20 tables. 2 years later, we opened in 52nd Street in the corner. 8 years later, we moved to here.
The quick growth is all thanks to the delicious food you'll find here. You can get traditional Mexican dishes like tacos and enchiladas, and you've got to try their best seller, the fajitas.
The meat is soft, it's tender, it's soft, and the flavor and everything. I got authentic Mexican food, and I got some Tex-Mex food.
They also have some specialties like the shrimp bruschetta.
There's a shrimp, jalapeno inside, and cheese inside, wrapped with bacon, and little cheese and the white cheese on top.
That's something unique. That's not at every Mexican restaurant.
No, we see a lot of this.
Whether you've been coming to Los Tres Amigos for 20 years or you've just visited for the first time, one thing stays the same.
Always the food is the same every day. Yeah, the same recipe, no change nothing. There's the same text, text the same every day. That's why they come back all the time.
We met several customers who echoed that fact.
I probably come here 3 times a month, probably. Quality of food, quality of service, quick, and nice prices. All good. Today I ordered a chicken taco salad from the lunch menu, and usually I'm here for lunches. I like everything. So You know, I'm liable to have enchiladas or steak or something like that.
I usually get the queso fundido with chicken and shrimp. You can have it with whatever meat you want. It's really good. I like the tacos.
So head to Los Tres Amigos the next time you're in Lawton for Mexican food so great, it's been bringing folks back time and time again for decades.
Come where you can eat at Los Tres and you can go see the mountain, the wildlife refuge, and the holy city, and it would be worth a day of excursion.
The food is so good at Los Tres Amigos, they have 2 locations in Lawton now, one on Northwest Cache Road and the other on Gore Boulevard. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
And of course, once you fill up on all that really delicious Mexican food, you might be up for just a little bit of leisurely fun.
That's right. Shelly Mills has an idea for us. She takes us to Blue Sage Studios where we can take a lesson in glass making.
I'm going to head back to the bench.
It's a delicate, fragile, beautiful piece of art. Andy Boatman, a teacher by day, spends his late afternoons and evenings here at Blue Sage Studios creating beautiful works of art out of glass.
It becomes meditative in some ways. A lot of repetition in the motions and the turning, the heat.
It starts in this 2,000-degree furnace and ends as a work of art displayed on these studio shelves and available for purchase. But Andy isn't the only artist here.
It's kind of a cooperative in that people are welcome to come in. We teach how to blow glass.
Michael and Sherry Booth are 2 of the artists who frequently work out of this studio. Their love for glass blowing started 10 years ago. Sherry arranged for Michael to bring her here for a Valentine's Day date.
We came up here to the studio, we sat right in these benches, and we watched them do a demo for about 2 hours.
They were hooked. They followed that demo with a hands-on class, and now you can find them here most Sunday afternoons. In fact, for Sherry, this hobby has become a way for her to find healing after the death of her son.
I wanted to do something with his cremation ashes. I wanted to make him beautiful again.
She's now taken that idea and used it to help other families heal. She calls it heavenly glass, taking cremation ashes and sealing them inside glass.
It was very healing and soothing for me to come up with these different designs.
Andy says it can seem intimidating to work with glass, but he's willing to teach anyone. He offers a variety of classes, including individual lessons, which teach how to work with and shape the glass into different shapes. There are also classes for couples and ornament workshops, which are great for office or small group parties.
We work together on trying to create a successful piece.
If you're nervous to try your hand at this art, that's okay too. Andy welcomes anyone to just come watch the artists and shop the gallery of pieces all made by local artists.
It's unlike anything else. So you really can't compare the motions or what you do to other art.
In Oklahoma City, Shelly Mills, Discover Oklahoma.
Blue Sage Studios is located at 1218 Northwestern Avenue in Oklahoma City. You'll want to check out their website, bluesagestudios.com, to find information about when they hold classes and workshops.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
It's a little jewel in the middle of nowhere. It's a hidden little treasure, and I want people to experience that.
Dinner worth the drive, the secret spot that keeps folks coming back time and time again.
It's a different smell in the air from the pine trees, and the view is just beautiful.
And one of the most peaceful places in our great state. We'll take you there when Discover Oklahoma continues. Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Gather around and go for a ride through Oklahoma's all-new travel guide. See art, culture, big city venues, blazing neon, flavorful menus. Find a cabin where you can unwind. Grab your travel guide and see what you find.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're spending time at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City today. Right now we're taking a look at the American Indian Artists 20th Century Masters exhibition.
And this exhibit will be here through May, and it's about the history and evolution of the master artists.
There really are so many beautiful works of art here.
Absolutely, and we are so lucky in Oklahoma to have these kinds of world-class museums. We're also very lucky to have all these gorgeous views from so many state parks. Right now we're going to have a beautiful view of Lake Wister State Park.
The peaceful repetition of Lake Wister State Park, the crackling of a fire, a breeze coming off the lake, the rustling of branches and leaves under one's feet. The beauty of nature is such, it is as if time stood still. With sunsets that can put you into a hypnotic daze, this park is the definition of a hidden gem in Oklahoma, one where people return again and again. It's here they can truly unplug.
They love the quietness. They love the atmosphere. They love what they're seeing. Because we have the trees and we have the lake, but we don't have the commotion. We don't have the crowds. We don't have the hustle and bustle that you'll have with a lot of places that have this beautiful lake and the trees and this environment.
Staying here is very easy because you have several options, starting with 15 cabins.
I have 3 that are 2-bedroom cabins, 1 that's an ADA cabin. I have then 2 specialty cabins, and those first 5 are located here on Prairie Island. The view is spectacular from either one of them. Matter of fact, the shot from the bedroom 4 and 5, whenever you look out across this lake on the sunset, there's just nothing that can compare to it. And then I have 10 cabins that are a duplex setting that's up in what we call the parkside setting.
The duplex cabins have the double doors that open on both sides. Now, all the cabins are very comfortable, rustic. They're homey with all the amenities to go along with them. In every cabin, you will find a full, complete kitchen.
Stove, refrigerator, microwave, you have coffee maker, you have toaster, all of your utensils, all of your plates, bowls, cups, silverware, everything's in that kitchen you need but your food. You have a wood-burning fireplace in all of my cabins, regardless whether it's on the island or the duplex settings.
The cabins have flat-screen TVs. All the linens are provided with linen runs made daily.
And that's one thing that people bring out. They say, our cabin was so clean. And then they compliment me on my employees. They say they're so kind and they're so helpful. And that's just everything right there.
A large portion of Lake Wister State Park is an island. Numerous campgrounds are available, as well as tent camping sites, one of which is not on the island, but part of the park. It's the Wister Ridge Tent Camping Area, and it's gorgeous.
There's something about when you pull into Wister Ridge that you don't get here. It's a different smell in the air from the pine trees, and the view is just beautiful. Definitely one place that I want people that want to tent camp. Yes, this is nice here on the island, but you must experience Wister Ridge tent camping.
And don't forget, you will find altogether 99 RV sites. During warmer months, there are all kinds of activities for the family, but as winter closes in on us, Lake Wister State Park is still the perfect resting spot for you and your family.
So many people don't even know we exist. They can actually have the quiet and the serenity and the healing that I really believe this place gives people, and they love it. And once again, our repeat visitors, that means we're doing something right.
And when you can see a sunset like this, everything seems just right.
If you're ready to plan your visit to Lake Wister or one of our other great state parks, you need a copy of the 2019 Outdoor Guide. It's easy to get. Just head to the website travelok.com and click up top where it says Request Free Brochures.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
It's just an awesome, quaint little place that you come in the middle of nowhere to just be with each other and eat awesome food.
And dinner worth the drive. We'll share the secret of this hidden Oklahoma restaurant when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Explore new horizons in your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Get the excitement rolling. Reawaken your sense of adventure. Discover totally unexpected thrills. Order your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide today at travelok.com.
What a great time we've had today visiting here at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City.
Indeed, and right now we're in the Hall of Western Performers, one of my favorite areas in the museum for obvious reasons because of all the movie cowboys. But right now, we're going to head to Western Oklahoma where you might see a cowboy or two.
Photojournalist Casey Kennedy takes us to dinner at the Vintage House in the tiny town of Burlington.
It's a little jewel in the middle of nowhere. It's a hidden little treasure, and I want people to experience that. People fly in and come in from all over the state to eat. I married my husband. I was a city girl. He was a country guy. Married him and moved out here in the middle of nowhere and cried for 6 months. And I found this little house. I always wanted to open a restaurant, and this actually got started because we served hunters that would come in from all over the world. They would hunt with us. I fed them out of my home, and then everybody said, "You're crazy, this will never go out here." So I found this little house, renovated it, started it up. My husband and I at the time, we just put this menu together, and it just, God blessed it. In 2014, I lost him. And what's awesome is my kids said, "Mom, we can do this." And so they all chipped in. They all said, "Let's get this started back up and let's do it." So they were the encouragement for us to keep running this as a family business, and it's just been awesome.
It's excellent food, and the company is good. The atmosphere is nice. I mean, you can't beat it. It's the #1 place for steaks in the area, really. But no, we celebrate birthdays and anniversaries. We come here quite often. We usually get the fillets, is what most of us get. I do like their stuffed shrimp. The salmon's good. It's, like I said, there's not nothing that's not good. The homemade desserts are great.
Everything is smoked on a grill. Everything in this little restaurant is homemade. Recipes that my grandmother had growing up as a little girl, we implemented in this place, and it's just taken off. On the menu, we serve ribeye steak, we serve fillets, we serve salmon, we serve chicken, lobster, stuffed shrimp, marinated shrimp. It's a 5-course meal. Salad, homemade bread, everything here is homemade. It's just an awesome, quaint little place that you come in the middle of nowhere to just be with each other and eat awesome food. I love that I get to bless a lot of people. I love to bless people. We wanted this to be a place that people could come and just sit for an hour and a half with their significant other or their families and just enjoy good food and just get away from the world for a while. That's what's cool about it being in the middle of nowhere.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the new Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A huge thank you to the great folks here at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum for hosting us this week.
And the folks here at the museum gave us a little inside information for their Western Heritage Awards, which will be coming up in April. They have an Academy Award-winning actor and director who will be here, and it'll be very exciting. And if you've never been to the awards, you should give that a try.
And you can keep up with the latest exhibits and events by visiting their website, nationalcowboymuseum.org. They're located at 1700 Northeast 63rd Street in Oklahoma City, and you can visit 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're checking out one of the most unique art collections in northern Oklahoma.
And the quaint coffee shop serving up donuts like you've never seen. Next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.